The haunting sound of shattering glass echoed through the grand halls of Harcourt Manor. Lord Alexander Harcourt stood frozen, his heart pounding in his chest. Before him lay the crumpled form of his beloved fiancée, her lifeless eyes staring into nothingness. The carriage accident had claimed her life, and with it, a piece of Alexander's soul. From that day forward, he vowed never to let anyone get close to him again. Lady Isabella Davenport adjusted the delicate lace of her gown as she entered the grand ballroom of the Duke of Northridge's estate. The air was thick with the scent of roses and the murmur of polite conversation. Bella's emerald eyes sparkled with curiosity and excitement. She loved these gatherings, not for the potential suitors, but for the chance to observe and understand the intricate dance of society. "Isabella, you must meet Lord Alexander Harcourt," her mother, Lady Davenport, insisted, nudging her towards a tall, brooding figure by the fireplace. Alexander looked up, his dark eyes meeting Bella's with an intensity that made her catch her breath. He was handsome, with strong features and an air of mystery that intrigued her. As they were introduced, Bella felt an inexplicable pull towards him. "Lady Isabella, it's a pleasure," Alexander said, his voice low and smooth. "The pleasure is mine, Lord Harcourt," Bella replied, trying to hide her fascination. Their conversation was brief, but left a lasting impression on both. Despite his aloof demeanor, Bella sensed a depth to Alexander that she longed to explore. Over the next few weeks, Bella found herself thinking more and more about Alexander. She sought out information about him, learning of his tragic past and his reputation as a recluse. Determined to break through his cold exterior, Bella attended every event where she knew he would be present. At a garden party, Bella found Alexander standing alone, staring out over the manicured lawns. Summoning her courage, she approached him. "Lord Harcourt, do you ever tire of these gatherings?" she asked, her tone light and teasing. Alexander turned, surprised by her directness. "Often," he admitted, "but they are a necessary part of our lives, are they not?" "Indeed," Bella agreed, "but they need not be so tedious. Perhaps we could find a way to make them more enjoyable." A hint of a smile tugged at Alexander's lips. "And how do you propose we do that, Lady Isabella?" "By getting to know each other better," Bella suggested. "I believe there's much we could learn from one another." Intrigued by her boldness, Alexander agreed, and they began to spend more time together. They discovered shared interests in literature and music, and their conversations grew deeper and more personal. As Bella and Alexander's friendship blossomed, Edward Prescott watched with growing unease. He had loved Bella since they were children, but his gentle nature had kept him from expressing his feelings. Now he feared he was losing her to the enigmatic Duke. One evening, as Bella and Edward strolled through her family's gardens, he mustered the courage to speak. "Bella, I cannot stand by and watch you fall for Harcourt," Edward said, his voice filled with pain. "He is not the man for you." Bella stopped and turned to face him, her eyes searching his. "Edward, I care for you deeply, but my heart is leading me to Alexander. I cannot ignore what I feel." Edward sighed, his heart breaking. "Then I will support you, even if it means losing you." Lady Clarissa Montrose, a beautiful and ambitious woman, had her sights set on Alexander. Sensing the growing closeness between him and Bella, she devised a plan to drive them apart. Using her charm and influence, Clarissa spread rumors about Bella's intentions, suggesting she was only after Alexander's title and wealth. The rumors reached Alexander, sowing seeds of doubt in his mind. He began to pull away from Bella, his demeanor growing colder and more distant. "Why are you avoiding me, Alexander?" Bella confronted him one afternoon. "I've heard things, Bella," Alexander replied, his voice tinged with bitterness. "People say you are only interested in my title." Hurt and angry, Bella's eyes flashed with determination. "Do you believe them, after everything we've shared?" Alexander looked away, unable to meet her gaze. "I don't know what to believe." Days turned into weeks, and Bella's heart ached with the distance between them. One stormy evening, as Bella was returning home, her carriage lost control on the slippery road and veered into a ravine. Trapped and injured, Bella feared she would never see Alexander again. By a twist of fate, Alexander happened to be riding nearby and heard her cries for help. Without hesitation, he rushed to the scene, his heart pounding with fear. Seeing Bella's predicament, he worked tirelessly to free her, ignoring his own safety. As he pulled her from the wreckage, their eyes met, and all the misunderstandings and doubts melted away. Bella's bravery and compassion during the crisis reaffirmed Alexander's feelings for her. With Bella safe and recovering, Alexander stayed by her side, finally opening up about his past and the pain he had carried for so long. "I lost someone I loved deeply," Alexander confessed, his voice breaking. "I was afraid to let anyone else in, but you changed that, Bella. You made me believe in love again." Tears filled Bella's eyes as she took his hand. "I love you, Alexander. Nothing else matters." Edward, realizing the depth of their love, graciously stepped aside. "Your happiness is all I ever wanted, Bella," he said, his voice filled with resignation. Clarissa's schemes were eventually uncovered, and she faced social disgrace. Alexander and Bella's relationship was publicly acknowledged, and they became the talk of the town. To celebrate their engagement, a grand ball was held at Harcourt Manor. The once somber halls were now filled with laughter and joy, symbolizing a new beginning for both Alexander and Bella. The day of Bella and Alexander's wedding dawned bright and clear. Friends and family gathered to celebrate their union, their hearts filled with hope and happiness. As Bella walked down the aisle, her eyes met Alexander's, and she saw the love and devotion in his gaze. They exchanged vows, promising to love and cherish each other for all eternity. Their kiss sealed their commitment, and as they stood hand in hand, they knew that their love had triumphed over all obstacles. Together they embarked on a new journey, their hearts intertwined by a twist of fate. In the end, love had healed old wounds, bridged misunderstandings, and brought two souls together in a bond that would withstand the test of time.